I think the biggest misconception is probably that every single thing about the White Stripes is premeditated. The music is really completely in charge of us.
The grooves feel good, man. I saw him play 3 or 4 times, and I just love her drumming.
Some of the choices that she makes elevates the fucking song.
If I'm not locked in the drummer, everything else is kind of useless at that point.
Watch her play. It does not look like she's exerting any sort of effort.
There's only 2 of us up there.
But you close your eyes and you listen, it's just like she's fucking killing it.
She's a founding member of the White Stripes and one of the key artists in the garage rock revival of the 2000s. Her powerful, quirky, and instantly recognizable drum sound was essential to the White Stripes' success. She's a 6-time Grammy Award winner, she's ranked amongst Rolling Stone's 100 greatest drummers of all time, and the White Stripes rank as their 6th greatest duo. Join us as we dive into the genius of Meg White. From the very first track on the White Stripes' self-titled debut album, we immediately hear the one-of-a-kind personality in Meg's drumming. Her seemingly simple but powerful choices shape the foundation of the band's sound. Jimmy the Exploder introduced the world to the unique sound of Meg White. Meg's less is more approach to playing the drums combines power with an abundance of space. The Union Forever is a great example of this, with cymbal hits punctuating the kick and snare drum only. This type of playing makes the groove all the more dramatic when combined with her heavy fills in the song's transitions. This is something we hear Meg do quite often in her grooves. She only chooses a handful of cymbal hits to include, where most drummers would opt to play every note of the bar. There are tons of great examples of this in the music of the White Stripes, like the way she punctuates Jack's syncopated guitar line in Icky Thump. Or the way she alternates between heavy downbeat crashes and more subtle offbeat crashes in Dead Leaves and The Dirty Ground. In Blue Orchid, Meg drives Jack's guitar line with a heavy quarter note kick drum that erupts into a crash groove in the choruses. Not once does she break from the quarter note theme, and the result perfectly complements the song. Meg is a master of building energy in a song by making simple changes to her parts as the song progresses. Sometimes starting a song with something as simple as keeping time on the tambourine. This is a level of restraint that's rare amongst drummers. In the song Rag and Bone, she starts with playing only on the rim. Then she adds the kick.
Look, I see something over there.
After that, she adds the floor tom. And finally launches into a full groove. By the time Rag and Bone gets to the full groove, the song sounds massive, all built off a single theme through Meg's use of layering.
I was watching with one eye on the other side.
The structure of the song doesn't really happen until Meg joins in, and that becomes the most important part. What she brings to it makes it, gives it simplicity, I think.
The way her accents follow the guitar line, in addition to her use of space, can feel like just as much of a hook as the guitar line itself.
And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget.
In Seven Nation Army, she plays a driving quarter note groove through the first half of the chorus, then follows the guitar punctuations every other phrase.
And a message coming from my eyes says leave it alone.
It's abrupt, it's unusual, but it suits the song perfectly, and it's a classic example of the kind of character Meg brings to the band. Jack White often commented on this kind of unique voice Meg had on the drums. He once said in an interview with Pitchfork, "I would often look at her on stage and say, I can't believe she's up here. I don't think she understood how important she was to the band and to me and to the music. She was the antithesis of a modern drummer, so childlike and incredible and inspiring." A really striking aspect of the White Stripes music is that Meg's parts are almost always full of choices that most drummers wouldn't make, yet they suit the band perfectly. Take Fell in Love with a Girl, for example, where there's only one groove throughout the entire song. In the song My Doorbell, she plays a funkier, slightly syncopated groove with a tambourine stick, first matching with the floor tom, then transitioning to the hi-hats.
I'm thinking about my doorbell. When you gonna ring it? When you gonna ring it? Well, when the chip of your kids is not the man of my life, I know.
We also hear this kind of syncopated cymbal groove in the track Catch Hell Blues. In the track White Moon, Meg accompanies acoustic piano using only the kick, shaker, and crash cymbals. The dynamic choices are surprising, and they once again bring Meg's one-of-a-kind character to the forefront of this track.
Easy come, easy go, be the star of the show. I'm giving up all I know to get more.
A lot of drummers would shy away from playing something as simple as only using the kick, shaker, and crashes, yet Meg still finds a way to perfectly support the music, even if she's using less than that, like you hear in other songs like Your Southern Can Is Mine.
Give me a punch to that barbed fence. I start leveling and I make no sense. They used to bring in no job to me. Your Southern Can is mine. I'm talking about it. Your Southern Can belongs to me.
And if you thought that was sparse, check out the track Little Room, which is kick drum and hi-hat. That's it. Any of you who play drums know that it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do this for an entire track.
Well, you're in your little room and you're working on something good. But if it's really good, you're gonna need a bigger room. And when you're in the bigger
One of the most distinctive aspects of Meg's drumming is the use of space in her grooves. Now, over the years, Meg has received a lot of criticism for her drumming abilities, but her iconic drum sound has been praised by legendary musicians like Tom Morello, Questlove, and Butch Vig. Now, speaking of Meg's use of space, check out what she plays in the song Ball and Biscuit.
It's quite possible I'm your third man, girl. But it's the fact that I'm the seventh son. It's quite possible that I'm your third man, girl. But it's a fact that I'm the seventh son.
This same groove appears in the song The Denial Twist with a key difference. She has a tambourine attached to her right drumstick, like you heard in the song My Doorbell earlier. There's a rare level of maturity and restraint in the notes she chooses not to play. Meg leaves out even more in the song The Big Three Killed My Baby. Just kick, floor tom, and snare. But in the verse, it's only kick and crashes.
Well, these ideas make me want to spit. $100 goes down the pin.
Another interesting groove that's full of space is There's No Home for You Here, where Meg chooses to accent 16th notes along with Jack's guitar line, while leaving the rest of those beats empty. Also check out the left foot hi-hat in this one. This is another common theme in Meg's grooves. Where a lot of drummers would leave out their left foot entirely or stick to more standard timekeeping, Meg often doubles what her other limbs are doing on the hi-hat foot.
That's not for you, don't go away. That's not for you,
The White Stripes have a unique writing style that frequently changes feels and tempos within their songs. Meg's pounding grooves and unique phrasing provide a foundation that really supports their unpredictable arrangements. For example, check out Meg's use of rim clicks to bridge two heavy sections in the track Hello Operator.
Nobody answer the phone.
And there are a lot of White Stripes songs that feature stark tempo and feel changes. In the song Black Math, Meg complements Jack's heavy swung guitar in the opening with a straight-ahead drum part. Then in the middle of the song, they slow down for an even heavier halftime section. Then there's the song Bone Broke, which has several distinctly different feels. The verse groove features lots of space with a unique feel to the beat, the snare flams are swung, and the crashes come out straight. In the choruses, they slow the tempo down for a heavier feel. And Meg continues to build tension through the solo section where she's only using the kick and crashes. This kind of abrupt shift between a wide range of dynamics only serves to amplify the heavier sections of the song. Like in Red Rain, where Meg alternates between light ride cymbal time and heavy cymbal punctuations. Alright, there you have it, the genius of Meg White. Hopefully you enjoyed this deep dive into Meg's drumming and learned something along the way that you didn't know before. Now before you go, make sure you leave a comment below and let me know one thing that you've learned from listening to Meg White. And if you're a fan of the Genius Of series, make sure you subscribe to the Drumeo channel because the next episode is on the genius of Chad Smith and you're not going to want to miss it. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.
Now we're a family.